let's talk about something that's really shaking up the world of business funding. It all comes down to a huge, fundamental question. When it comes to getting capital, who do entrepreneurs actually trust anymore?
For the longest time, the path was super clear. If you were a business owner and you needed cash, there was pretty much one place to go. You'd get your paperwork together, head down to your local bank, and that was it. They were the gatekeepers.
But that simple one-way street, yeah, it's turning into this massive, complicated highway with all these new on-ramps and off-ramps. We've got new economic pressures, we've got new technologies, and frankly, the old rulebook is pretty much getting thrown out the window.
Which brings us to the big question we're tackling today. As everything shifts, where are business owners putting their faith? The answer is, well, it's a lot more interesting than you might think.
Okay, so to really get this, we've got to start with the why. Why is this long-standing relationship between businesses and banks feeling so strained lately? What's really going on here?
Well, if you talk to business owners, you hear the same frustrations over and over again. It's the waiting. Weeks, sometimes months, for a simple yes or no. It's the mountain of paperwork they ask for. And the rules for getting approved, they feel tighter than ever. And that can really lock out newer businesses that don't fit into a perfect little box.
And here's what really gets to people. You could be running a great, profitable business, but if you don't tick every single one of their very specific conservative boxes, you're out. When getting the capital you need to grow feels like a roll of the dice, well, that's when trust just starts to evaporate.
So nature abhors a vacuum, right? As the big banks got a little more cautious, this whole new world of lenders popped up to fill that gap. They saw an opportunity, and they jumped right in.
And this is exactly why these alternative lenders and fintech platforms are just crushing it. They're built for speed. We're talking decisions in days or even hours, not weeks. The whole thing is online, it's simple, and they're looking at your real-world performance in a totally different way.
Okay, this slide right here, this is the whole game. It really boils down to a totally different philosophy. You see, traditional banks, they're looking in the rearview mirror at your credit history from years ago, how long you've been around, but these alternative guys, they're looking at right now and at your future. They'll plug into your real-time sales data, look at your actual cash flow, and analyze your growth potential. It's a huge shift.
But this isn't just about getting money faster or using some fancy tech. This whole shift in trust, it's being driven by something way more human. It's about wanting a different kind of relationship altogether.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? It's not just a transaction. It's not just about rates and terms. Real, lasting trust comes from feeling like you and your lender are on the same team, working towards the same goal.
I mean, think about it. Business owners don't want to operate in a black box. They want clarity. They want to know why a decision was made. They want some guidance on what they can do to get a yes next time. And most of all, they just want to feel like their lender actually gets their business.
And that's the bottom line, really. It's the difference between a gatekeeper and a partner. A gatekeeper is just there to say yes or no. They're checking their boxes. But a partner? A partner is invested in seeing you win. They want you to succeed, because when you grow, they do too. So, with all this change, what are you supposed to do? As a business owner, how do you actually navigate this new landscape to find the right funding for your company?
Look, the big takeaway here is not that banks are bad and alternatives are good. It's not that simple. If you're a big, established company with a perfect balance sheet, a traditional bank might be absolutely the right choice. But if you're a new online brand that needs cash fast to buy inventory, an alternative lender could be a lifesaver. The key is knowing what your business really needs.
So if there's one word to remember from all this, it's this one: alignment. It's the simple idea that the best financial partner is one who gets your business, talks to you straight, and actually supports your goals. That's where you'll find real trust.
So as we wrap up, I'll just leave you with this question. Is your lender a gatekeeper or a partner? When you look at your own financial relationships, do you see someone who just holds the keys to the cash, or do you see someone who's actually on the journey with you? The answer could change everything for your business.